Okay, so thank you guys for coming today to the Alter AMA community call. I am Galo, and I'm going to be sharing just some updates that we have right now going with Alterage. So every week I post, no, sorry, it's changed now to every other week. I post bi-monthly news about Alterage, like what we're working on, and for anyone who's interested to join in and help us build the first Web3 fashion label, the door is open. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see also. So yeah, I'm just going to run through like this really pretty quick. I keep this pretty short and sweet. So yeah, this week is the week of Realm Runways. And so that's in collaboration with Digital X, the Global Designer Network. Catherine's here, and so she was also one of our collaborators for that. So we have a lot of our team in New York. Stella is there, a couple of other people. So it'll be really interesting to hear their IRL side. And so, yeah, and then Janet was mentioning earlier, she saw like some new faces, new people joining our Discord. So we're up about, only about 2 from last week, and like the Alter fan community. So it'll be really interesting to see, like, as we get the Discord moving, who's there, what are people interested in. It also seems to really be like fluctuating around events. So like, for example, when we were in Decentral Miami back in November, like we had a big influx of people joining then. And then since it's like kind of comes in waves. So yeah, ideally, like next up is to find some people interested to be kind of moderators with us and just kind of interact and provide value and resources like to the Discord as well, and share ideas and exchange about Web3 fashion. So another cool thing that we were actually selected for the film for the, I think it's the 2nd season of the Digital Fashion Week New York. And so, Janet and Catherine, if you guys want to attend, there's also virtual like events happening, I think, starting on Thursday. So I signed up for those just to attend virtually since I won't be there. But yeah, so then the link's there. I can also drop it in the chat. And so we're going to be showing our film called Future eShock, which is a new perspective of bridging, like activism, physical activism, e-waste to fashion. So this is a bit different approach, but I think it's super important to like try to bridge this with fashion and like lighten up fashion and just make it more aware of other industries, and especially bring light to problems we have in the real world to try and fix them. So that's a great opportunity we have coming. Also, Jevels, who we collaborated with for these earrings, is doing a workshop on like how to wear filter fashion and things like that. So that's also on the same list of events. If you guys want to check it out, I think it's only like $5. So I'd say it's a like pretty fair price to get involved virtually. So also possible. And yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning, we have Digital X hosting the event Realm Runways. So that's, I think, the very first one they've done. So it'll be really interesting to see how they're building up the in real life community in New York. So like, I'm quite far. I think you guys are not in like close to New York, so it'll be cool to see how that side builds as well. And yeah, so then we were able to collaborate with 3 amazing designers: Catherine the Worst, Jessica James, Domingo Beta, and Celestia and Asa are digital digi models in the Digital X ecosystem. So we each created in collaboration like 3 looks, and then we'll be minting that and selling that on the Digital X marketplace. So this is a sneak peek from Catherine. It's super amazing. Like the textures are incredible. And she also did this really cool, why am I forgetting the word? Necklace to accessorize it as well. So super exciting. And if I've also tried to kind of condense these updates and be more focused on first saying, here's like the quick updates that's happening for these 2 weeks. Here are the events that are happening in those 2 weeks. And then last, like what, for those who are interested to like collaborate and to work, help us build Entourage, start to earn S-School, our governance token. This is like the opportunities on how to do that. Trying to make it right a bit like digestible, understandable, even to someone who doesn't know about Web3, who doesn't know about digital fashion. But yeah, you guys can give me like your perspective to see if you like this new format. So the last night, which was I think about 2 a.m. my time, but 7 p.m. in I think East Coast. I was speaking on like a panel about garments of the metaverse with Talia, and so she is a like Mexican pop star, super nice and like really into NFTs and digital fashion. So I was there with Catherine was there, Danny Loftus from This Outfit Does Not Exist was speaking, and yeah, like a couple other people. The company who did the Dolce & Gabbana NFT collaboration was there, so it was really cool to hear like their different perspectives and. Yeah, kind of like also shared about Entourage. I showed these earrings. Hopefully we will get some people interested in that. And I think like the main message I was trying to bring forth, and I think what our maybe biggest starting point is to just talking about filter fashion and just how like it's available now. You don't have to wait for the metaverse to be built because it's still being built. We don't have interoperability yet. There is not one like central place or easy way to dress an avatar yet. So if you want digital fashion, you can do it right now with your Snap camera.
But could I add something to that?
Yeah.
I liked when you said that because I was like, dude, that's so true. But also like what she was saying, Talia, because she was like so confused. She's like, how do I get into it? Like, and that just made me realize like, we do have to make it easier for people. That's why like DressX is so popular. They're doing a good job of making it accessible to people.
Exactly.
And so I think that's probably something I'm going to take forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And even, like the Fabricant, they've created like this, like, I mean, cut and copy way to just like make an NFT. And so it's, yeah, I think like in order to, right, be able to bridge fashion or anyone who's even not in fashion, like with like the NFT crypto side is like you said, like making it understandable. And like Stella even said the other day, like our filters, like maybe these earrings aren't an example, but like for the body, like are like digital embroidery and like kind of like phrasing it like this, like makes it more understandable. And that's also like a goal for us next, like for Entourage is like, how do we communicate in a super clear way? Try to be maybe more focused. Like we're doing a bunch of things, like we're doing filters, we're becoming a DAO, we're onboarding like the full protocol stack from DigitalX to be like Web3, but it's kind of like when all these messages are put out at the same time, it's really overwhelming. So I think, right, like the start, especially for like maybe like the Instagram side, is being like, okay, like filter fashion is now, here's how you can do it, and here's how you can buy ours. And ideally being able to buy that in crypto or fiat, I think is like super important for, right, like bringing people over. Because yeah, like I also mentioned last night, like there's still people who don't understand the validity of digital fashion. Like that's not even a conversation that is like agreed on yet. So I think we're all still super new. So it's cool to be new, but then you also have to figure out how do you communicate it in a way that people can understand. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I love those points. I think as I posted the earrings on my Instagram, you saw a lot of engagement. But I think if you're hitting that social media person, they're not necessarily so in tune with technology. So like using the right verbiage and the right like language is going to be important, because I think you're enlisting those that aren't like the early adopters of NFT or maybe even anything digital right now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's almost like we're trying to find our market that is kind of like, I don't know if it exists right now. Like we have like kind of these digital fashion like first movers, which maybe is like Talia is a good example. Like she loves fashion, she likes NFTs. So like, how can she learn about this space? And so, yeah, I think like it definitely requires some time, like from these people to like engage, learn a bit about how it works, and then do it. But like, right, like there can't be too much friction, or we're gonna like definitely lose them. So yeah, I think that's like the next step for what we try to figure out, like as far as like our communication on these different channels. And I think what we'll try to do is have like a hybrid strategy of, or what I mean, the goal is so we will still like be present on like Web 2 platforms. I just call them Web 2, maybe referring to like Instagram, TikTok, like our website, trying in these places to be super concise and clear and focused on filters, since like we've already had filters now for quite some time in our phones. So maybe that's like kind of a bit more understandable. I think more the part that people don't understand is like, why do I want this? And why do I want an Entourage filter? And why should I pay for it? So I think like that's what's next, is to kind of explain that. And like, why do I want an NFT? Like, why does it matter to own something digitally? So right, by reducing the friction, explaining it with like the right words, I think will really help. So let's see other events. So yeah, we're having the AMA right now. Is this moment, and then on Thursday, I don't know if anyone can join the Discord for Fabricant, but I can ask. I think it's open. But we're going to be speaking with Jevels, Pedro, Giaz, and Stella about like kind of our collaboration, of how it was to work together, like in for the earrings and especially for filters. So that will be cool. I haven't like connected with them in a while, so that will be nice. And then on Thursday, right after, Meta Jack and I will be hosting a really cool conversation with somebody who has been like working in the fashion industry for a while, and she has recently launched like it's really like a kind of an agency showroom about bridging the like current fashion industry to digital, and like kind of building them like these digital showrooms. So we're going to be chatting with her. So you guys are invited to that. And then kind of like the last part of the news was, like what's the next step? Like, how can we like get this moving, start building together, start to increase our community, our interaction. That's really kind of like where we're at now. We only have, right, a couple of products. So I think it will be kind of starting with that. So the first thing, like Jen, I don't know if you're interested, Catherine, I know you're pretty busy, but if you're also interested and you have your own like kind of realm and things, but I think that in the next week, when everyone is back from New York, we're going to have Chesh, who is a part of like the Digital X community as well, kind of help us to like onboard people to Discord and start to get more interaction going in the Discord. We really need like some people who are interested to be mods. So that would just be kind of like welcoming people. Like Janet, I saw you did that. That was amazing. Like I really appreciated it, because right now it's just me.
I'm like, I just want to meet as many people. So I'm like,
yeah,
congratulations, welcome.
Yeah. It was amazing. I was like, oh, so amazing to have someone doing this too. So yeah, and like just having conversations, like right, if I like look at the Discord now on the side, I can kind of point out like the places where it would be interesting, so people come to the portal. The announcements is where I post like everything, all the news, and so like chat, introduce yourself. I added a new section called Ask Hollow Anything. Would be cool, yeah. So I can just like focus on that channel, and then as well, if there's any news you see that is interesting, that would be like just like a cool place to pop it in there. But yeah, and so I think that's like really what's next. It's like we're organizing, getting content on these Web 2 platforms, and then getting people to join us here. And like once they're here, engaging with them, inviting them to our events. And then the next thing, which is, yeah, also if you guys are interested, would be to do the Through Our Eyes challenge. And so we'll actually be doing this with 2 of our filters. Like, so Janet got the earrings, and so she already did this, like took a video of herself, posted it on social media, tagged us, and then I'll now like take that video and post it on our Instagram. I think it's like a great way to start to get like user generated content, and also hear feedback from like what people think. So the next idea is to so like right now those filters are connected to NFTs. So we're gonna make like kind of like a try-on version of the filter. So there's going to be like a watermark on it. So for the earrings, there will be the Jevels watermark and then like the Ultrage logo. So then that's still visible. And then still, I mean, pretty much an incentive to still get the NFT, as well as you would then own the NFT in your wallet. So we'll do that for both these earrings and then the Through Our Eyes filter, which is this one, this crazy eyes one. So the goal is like, how do we share this with other people and get them to also join us on our Discord and post it, and then ideally also post from our Instagram as well. So that's like the next thing, the next idea. And so next week, ideally, or maybe a bit after, will be the next meeting for kind of organizing mods. So if you are interested, Janet, if you know anyone who might be interested, let us know. And then next will be like starting to reach out to people, maybe on Instagram or different kind of Web2 channels, or anyone you know, giving them this Snapchat code to the filter and saying like, okay, in order to, maybe we need some kind of an incentive in order to be maybe like, well, maybe we have to think through like why then they would tag us and do this. But join the Discord, drop the video in the open missions. But then no, I remember what I was gonna say. It would be like starting to earn like the S-Pool governance token. So like Janet, I'll like allocate some to you. Catherine, we just did this collaboration, allocate some to you. And so I think like in the next week, or at least right when everyone's back from New York, we're organizing how we're gonna really start with this governance token distribution. Because in Entourage, it's really, the goal is to be like have contribution relate back to kind of not power of voting, but your voice. Like whoever is kind of like really there contributing is who is able to have a voice in our voting future snapshot proposals. Versus like right now in the fashion industry, it's like your job title kind of dictates your status. It's not necessarily always like how you contribute. So yeah, so that's like what we have coming up. So I'm going to send you guys the filter link when I get the like watermarked version. And then I'll just keep you guys in the loop for when that kind of like, I don't know about training session, when we'll have a meeting about like how do we onboard people, how do we kind of, get started in the Discord. But yeah, like Janet, like if you're okay with just like greeting people every so often, and it'd be great.
I'd love to. Cool. And so with the ones with the watermark, are those the ones that say I post the earrings and I got some engagement of people interested? Is it a good idea for them to pass along that watermark version for them to try on and then hopefully get that momentum going?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, right? Yeah, okay. I think to them, great. Yeah, and maybe we can also like start building like a list, or if you know anyone else who might be interested. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That's a good idea. Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, we can say join our Discord. This is what. Right. If you would like to start like building with our community and get your video posted on our Instagram, follow those 3 steps of join the Discord, put the video in the, let's see, I put it in the Earn S-Pool section in the open missions. So then they can just like drop the video in there, we'll repost it, and then they'll be allocated, some governance token. So yeah. That's the idea. Cool. Great. So yeah, so I'll let you know when I get those watermark links, and then let you know for the next meeting. And yeah, and then Janet, like if you're interested in like doing mod, like then we'll drop you like a specific like NFT token that is like a role in the Discord. So like maybe you can think about that, see maybe test it out, see how you feel doing it, and if it's interesting, then like we'll give you like an official role for mod for the Discord. So
I'll just keep connecting with everyone as much as I can.
Perfect. Well, that sounds great. And we're very happy to have you. So yeah, so that's my news for today.